All right, we are continuing our Liberty Baseball preview series. We have with us Will Stewart. And Will, before we get any further, let's get a quick bio. That is, what position do you play? Where are you from? How many years you've been at Liberty? Yeah, I think that ought to do it.
All right. So I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I play right field, and this is actually my first year at Liberty. I'm a transfer senior.
Transfer senior, awesome. So you have 1 year of eligibility left.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. So we talked to Victor earlier, and he was giving us some pointers on playing the outfield. I guess I'll ask you some of those same questions. First of all, you've been so this was your first semester at Liberty.
Yes, sir. It
Uh,
was.
how are you finding the team culture? Kind of a blend between making sure that you as an individual player getting your stats and but also the team and the camaraderie. Has it been a fun semester for you?
Oh man, it's probably been the most fun semester I've ever had with college baseball so far. The team chemistry and camaraderie is probably the best I've ever had in my career in college baseball, and it's I mean I've had a blast. Everybody's here for the same reason, and that's to get better and win, and hopefully bring the first national championship home to Liberty.
Well, man, that's pretty wild. That's pretty great. So Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. I think I drive through there on my way to Myrtle Beach. What
Oh
is
yeah.
your tell us a little bit about your experience baseball down there. Did you play travel ball, and what is baseball like down in North Carolina? And then I'm finding a lot of your teammates are from that area, from around there, at least the ones I've talked to. So yeah, do you guys kind of bond together as the southern guys on the team, I guess?
I'd say that helps a little bit. Baseball's always been big in Eastern North Carolina. I grew up playing it. Didn't play much travel ball till I got older and further down in high school, probably like junior year. But yeah, it's one big family. Run into a lot of guys after playing college ball and summer ball that grew up playing with or played with at college or played against in the summer, and just kind of run back into them and know guys who know guys, and then you're like, man, it's a small world.
Yeah. So how many of your teammates have the mullet?
Oh man, I think I got it, and then a couple other guys have it. Um, Shoot, I don't know. I think three or four maybe.
I just cut mine off about a week, 2 weeks ago, and I loved the way it looked in a hat. I couldn't stand the way it looked without a hat on, but with a hat, it's like primo. Is that why you always are rocking a hat?
Yeah, I'm always rocking a hat. Wake up, put a hat on, pretty much.
Let's talk a little bit about baseball. Right field, playing at Liberty Stadium. I know, or Liberty, yeah, the baseball stadium down there, Worthington Field. What is the how have you adjusted to the sun? I know the right field seems to, especially particular times of the day, you're going to be battling that sun right over top of the stadium there. Have you practiced with that? Are you adjusting to that? Is that something that you've been used to in other ballparks you've kind of grown up in? And is that is it tricky?
The sun is definitely always tricky there. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it starts coming down, and it'll get right up there. I mean, there's a couple different spots it can bother you at. I mean, earlier in the day, it's more to your left, so balls hit up real high to your towards the right field line, give you some trouble. Um, and then yeah, as it gets later in the day, it's kind of the balls right at you a little bit lower, and then later in the day, it's balls in the gap that can get bothered. So it's just kind of always something you have to work around. I mean, you definitely have to be adjustable and be able to adapt to that adversity for sure.
Um,
But just learning how to play and move around it, and has been a big thing for me this fall working on.
all right, a ball is hit between you and the center fielder. I know you probably have worked on different plays and who's going to go low, who's going to go high, who's going to dive, who's going to be back up. But whenever you hear a voice, let's say it's a second baseman coming out, how does that order of priority work? Is it just the first person to say "I got it," or is it pretty much a priority? Like there's one guy out there that's captaining the whole thing. Is like, hey, you take it. Or if you hear his voice, you start listening.
Yeah, yeah. So it pretty much goes in the priority list. If an infielder's going back, the outfielders coming in have priority over that infielder. But then if it's me and the center fielder going after the same ball that the second baseman's going after, so to speak, um, if I call it, the second baseman's going to get out of there. Um, and depending on where it is specifically, the center fielder is either going to say you take it, or he's going to call me off if he thinks he's got a better shot at it. Um, but there's kind of a lot of pre-known kind of confidence in each other. Like we know what each other can get to, what balls they can, what balls they can't, what balls I'm definitely going to have, what balls they're definitely going to get. So it's a lot of playing with each other and learning their ranges and stuff. But yeah, there definitely is a ladder, so to speak, of priority on the ball when infielders coming back. It usually goes infielder, and then whatever corner outfielder is going after it, and then the center fielder's at the top. So the center fielder calls the ball, then that corner outfielder and the infielder both have to get out of there.
If I remember right, the hang on, I'm echoing a little bit. 1 second. If I remember right, we'll edit this part out. I'm not sure why I'm echoing. Three, do you have your microphone cut on or something? Hello, hello. All right, I don't think I'm echoing anymore. All right. If I remember right, in right field over there is where the opposing team bullpen is. It, how often do you? I mean, you obviously haven't played any games in Liberty Stadium, but in your experience in college baseball, how often do you, if you run by those guys, is anybody chirping at you, or is there any kind of friendly banter going on, or is it just kind of like, hey, I'm out here to do a job, leave me alone, and you guys keep to yourself back there? How do you anticipate that going at Liberty, and then how would have been your experience with opposing team bullpens out in the outfield?
Most of the time it's a lot of friendly banter because about now I've been in college baseball at Division One level for 4 years now. So it's like I know a lot of guys on a lot of different teams, and so a lot of them I know. Sometimes I know more of them, sometimes I know none of them. But I like just being able to go out there and just kind of really enjoy the game and just kind of chat it up a little bit of friendly smack talk or whatever. And I mean, it really depends on the team we're playing and how heated the game is, or I mean, it depends on a lot, but yeah, it can go a lot of different ways out there.
Talk to me about the NIL collective here. I mean, what was your first initial thoughts when you were approached about an NIL opportunity at Liberty? How impactful is that to a locker room, and just like, is it especially around Christmas time? I mean, just talk to me about the impact of what the NIL can mean for a team like this trying to accomplish some major goals. Is what role does NIL play in any of that?
I mean, it definitely helps with getting exposure to our program for sure. When I was first approached about it, I was like, "Oh heck yeah, that's awesome! Like I'd love to do that." I mean, it kind of makes you feel at a certain point. It's like, man, this is cool. I feel like I'm at the next level, so to speak, with getting interviews and all that stuff, talking about the game, about baseball, about the team, and I enjoy it a lot. I think I'm not sure on exactly how it'll help out like team camaraderie and stuff and that thing, but it definitely is something cool and something that uh, that the players can get a little bit back from, and not just the school, so to speak. We're putting in all this time and hours, blood, sweat, and tears for the program and for the school and for the name we got on our jerseys, and it's nice to be able to get a little bit of like reward from it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So, anybody on your Christmas list getting a little extra special, nice gift this year?
There's a few.
Talk to me a little bit about batting. Your approach. I mean, are you a power hitter, contact hitter? What is your approach at the plate? How has that changed over the years? What are you working on to get to be, to be a part of this team coming up in February, I guess.
Um, I'd say I'm probably a power hitter at the plate. I got some pop. I'm a scrappy hitter though too when it comes to it. So I kind of got that contact guy in me, that guy who puts bat on ball, and then also more than not, when I put bat on ball, it's hit pretty hard and sometimes would go pretty far. But been working on a lot of things. Definitely being able to just trust my hands and my ability to work. So just kind of staying with the process when it comes to my approach when I get in the box. Um, just trusting that everything I've done up to that point, all the practice, all the time, all the swings, all the reps, that has gotten me ready for that at bat, that situation. So just being able to trust that, and then um, been working a little bit on hitting off speed, but that also comes with uh, being able to sit back and trust the process and your approach. And when you get in the box, just getting in there and doing what you practiced, seeing the ball and hitting the ball.
Awesome, man. So, base running. I've seen Scott Jackson use base running to his advantage a lot. He loves to have runners in scoring position. Are you one of those guys he's going to give the sign to steal second, or are you going to need a little help and get a base hit to get over there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm that guy. I'm not a speed demon, that's for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna need that base hit. Hey, Will, appreciate you taking the time, man. Enjoy your holidays here. We're really looking forward to the season. Think we've added a lot of pieces to this roster. I've talked to three guys so far who are this is their first year at Liberty, and we got a lot of returning too. So should be a fun season. Looking forward to following along, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time.